Hey guys, Luke here, and we're here to do another video on the Fan Hub, the Rugby League Live 3 Fan Hub I should say. In this episode, we're going to be going over the transfer for or the signing of Darius to the Broncos. Now, the previous episode was Ben Barr to the Sharks from the Broncos, and pretty much doing his replacement, or which one is your replacement? Is it Milford or is it Boyd? You can argue about that in the comments if you want. But for this episode, we're going to be talking about Darius Boyd. Now, it's kind of irrelevant. Like his actual look on here, it kind of looks like him a little bit from that angle, looking right at him. Nah, but if you look on the side on, kind of maybe. I don't know. I'm clutching at straws there probably, so I may as well do that. So what's my opinion of Darius Boyd to the Broncos? Well, obviously he's come down with a pretty bad injury to start off with, and I think that's kind of a little bit of karma there. I don't know, I just really don't like how the Broncos, they have a history of just poaching players. Now, it's a bit rich coming from me considering the Bulldogs just did that to Brett Morris, but the Broncos, you know, they do it all the time. It's just something they do. They make people, like, they play that, like, state card or whatever, the thing where players like, oh, I'm from Queensland, I must go play for the Broncos. And then they get there and they just ditch him. Case in point, Ben Barber. Barber had it all in Sydney. Dally medal winner, and then as soon as Broncos came calling, they did whatever they can. They got him out of there, and he ended up being a failure. Well, that's my opinion, anyways. Darius Boyd, on the other hand, he was really, really good under Wayne Bennett at the Dragons. I don't really remember his time at the Broncos. I think he was just a winger there, but he must have been okay. But his move to fullback at the Dragons was really good. Once again, I think the team was kind of just built really well, so he fit in really nicely. His move to the Knights, though, not very successful at all, I don't think. Especially the way he ended was pretty bad with all the depression stuff. And like, obviously that's out of his control, whatever. Let's not hold that against him. But in terms of his actual form, not that great. I don't think there was ever a period where he was sort of like, oh well, Darius Boyd is this great player. He's been in great form. He was sort of just there. I mean, every now and again he'd pop up with a great try, or I think there was a game maybe against Roosters or someone where he scored a length of field try. It was pretty good. But he was pretty quiet apart from that. Thing is, with him going to the Broncos, you always knew he was going to go to the Broncos, just because of Wayne Bennett. Thing is, I don't know if he helps the Broncos that much. I don't know if what he offers isn't something that Josh Hoffman could have done, or what Ben Barber couldn't have done, or hopefully you understand what I mean. Like, they're paying extraordinary amounts of money for Darius Boyd, and he's already gone down with the Achilles injury, so you know that could be a long-term effect there. It could take a little while to get back into the swing of things. He could lose some pace, because I don't think Darius Boyd's necessarily like the greatest technical fullback. I think he's got a lot of pace and uses that to the best of his ability. So if the pace is gone, what has he got left? I don't know. But yeah, like Darius Boyd on form is a great player. He's Clive Churchill medal winner, I believe, at the Dragons in their grand final. He was instrumental in them winning the grand final. And I'd say, like, if you can get a fit and firing Darius Boyd, you go great player. I mean, you can argue all you want about he just puts the ball down in Origin, that sort of stuff, but he didn't make the team by accident, and he keeps getting picked because he's reliable. And that's something that, you know, it's definitely a plus thing to have. You get some of these players who burst onto the scene and are good for like one season or so, and people say, oh, give him this, and then that's all you ever hear from them. But Darius Boyd, pretty consistent. I mean, he's not up to the standard he was a few years ago, but I mean, he's pretty good. He's pretty okay. Signing wise, do I think it's a good one? So far, we've been proven to say that it's not a good signing, just due to the fact that he's out for a long time. They paid huge money, had to get rid of some players, and they could have done with a Hoffman right now, but obviously they didn't want him. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it now. So that's my opinion on Darius Boyd's situation at the Broncos. He's signing from the Knights to the Broncos, I should say. And leave in the comments, what are your thoughts on Darius Boyd signing with the Broncos, and how do you think they'll go this year, like with him there, specifically him, because I'll talk about Milford in another video. Yeah, also leave suggestions in the comments on other plays that I should do, and also make sure you leave a like, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you check out my other videos with Brett Morris, Barber, all that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye guys.